Hello dear students. So this is the second part of the protein synthesis video. In this video we will learn the basic mechanism of the translation. So in translation, different initiation factors are involved in prokaryote and eukaryotes. Eukaryotic initiation factor can be identified by the prefix E, and different function of the initiation factor are mentioned in this table. We will learn different function in upcoming slides. So first, the initiation factor 1 and initiation factor 3 they bind to the smaller subunit of the ribosome. So smaller subunit of the ribosome carries the P site and the A site. So after binding of the initiation factor 1 and 3, mRNA bind with the ribosome, smaller subunit. mRNA carries the Stein-Belgenoid sequence, and that is complementary with the 16S rRNA. So binding of the Stein-Belgenoid sequence with the 16S rRNA ensure the positioning of the initiation codon at the P site. Then initiation factor 2 carries the tRNA, and this tRNA is charged with the formyl methionine. This is the first amino acid in the prokaryote. Normal methionine is the first amino acid in the eukaryote, while the formyl methionine is the first amino acid in the prokaryote. So this tRNA, the anticodon of the tRNA bind with the first codon of the mRNA. Then these initiation factor 1, 2 and 3 all are released, and 50S largest subunit of the ribosome bind and makes the initiation complex. So then next, elongation. In elongation, this is the initiation complex. Then next tRNA comes and bind with the A site. This next tRNA is carried by the elongation factor thermo unstable. U stands for thermo unstable. So this factor, elongation factor, carries the second tRNA and second amino acid to the A site, and after the positioning of the second tRNA at the A site, this elongation factor thermo unstable is also recharged. So it is recharged by replacement of the GTP with the GTP. This is carried out by the elongation factor thermo stable TS. So TU and TS interact, and GTP is hydrolyzed and GTP is formed. So this is again a charged thermo unstable elongation factor. This bind with the next tRNA, and this cycle keep on until the last stop codon arrives. So there are two factors, thermo unstable and thermo stable. Then after the placement of the second tRNA at the A site, a bond between these two amino acids are formed. This is known as peptide transferase activity. It is carried out by the 23S rRNA present in the larger subunit of the ribosome. So this amino group present at the A site make a nucleophilic egg on the carboxyl group present at the amino acid at the P site, and bond between the carboxyl and amino group is formed. So this amino acid is now bind with this amino acid, as you can see in this diagram. So this amino acid is now transferred to the amino acid at the tRNA of the A site. So this is uncharged tRNA or deacylated tRNA present at the P site, and this is dipeptidyl tRNA present at the A site, because now it carries the two amino acids. Then translocation happen. So during this process we have a elongation factor G. So elongation factor G help in translocation. The ribosome move towards the 1 codon 3' side of the next codon in the mRNA, and this deacylated tRNA moves to the A site, and the dipeptidyl tRNA which was present at the A site now arrive at the P site of the ribosome, and next incoming tRNA or third amino acid then bind with the A site. So elongation factor thermo unstable, elongation factor thermostable, elongation factor G. These three elongation factor play important role in the prokaryotes. In eukaryotes, we have a different elongation factor which are known as alpha, beta, gamma, and 2. Then, when the stop codon arrive at the mRNA, release factor bind with the, instead of the tRNA, release factor bind with this stop codon. And this release factor release the amino acid to the water molecule. And the tRNA is deacylated, and all the component of the translation are released. Like ribosome, both the unit of the ribosome are released, mRNA is released, and the deacylated tRNA is also released. So there are two different types of release factor in the prokaryotes. Release factor 1 that bind with the UAA and UAG, and release factor 2 that recognize two different types of stop codon, UAA and UGA. So this is all. So thank you so much for watching this video.